Ole, you are the permanent man now. Just what kind of targets have you been set for this season, and also what discussions have you had with those above about players coming in and what kind of budget you might have?
Of course, when I got the job, we were 11 points behind fourth. Now we've given ourselves a great chance to be in the top 4 and even top 3. So that's got to be the short-term target in the league, and Premier League is vital for us. And of course we've been discussing how to move the club forward. That doesn't mean we've said X amount of money or X amount of players. We have sat down and discussed, but now it's easier to be clear about what we need to do, because we will do some business this summer.
Ole, is finishing in the top 4 going to shape the short-term future of Manchester United in terms of having the kudos of being in the Champions League again and being able to bring in a better standard of player?
Of course, the lure, if you want, of Champions League is important for. It might be important for some players, but to play for Man United, you know, if you sign a contract for 5 years or 4 years, you know that you're gonna be playing Champions League. We are now in a great position to get into the Champions League, but that's not decided until 12th of May probably. So we need to get going before then with talks about players, with players, who's going to stay here, and so. But that's not the. I still say the same. I love working with these boys, and the improvement have been there. So that's the short-term priority now to improve. And 8 games to go. We got 2, so a quarter of what's left of the season against 2 fantastic good teams, fantastically improved teams, Watford and Wolves, best of the rest at the moment. So our focus is on and mine is on those 2 games. It's not been easy the last few days, of course, because all this has been going on. But I have to say that my short-term focus is just these games.
Ole, it's a bit of an open goal question, but have you spoken to Sir Alex since you've been confirmed?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Any chance we can find out?
No, of course, I'm not going to discuss what we spoke about, but of course it's one of the first phone calls you make when things more or less were decided.
Ole, do you hope that your appointment, now that it's permanent, will convince some of the players? So everyone's talking about the transfer window and what happens next season, but what about the players that are here that you want to keep as well? Do you hope that will convince them to stay? Well, you have to ask them, because. But of course, to know who's the manager for the club next season is of course helpful for any player to decide where he wants to play. We've got a couple of players that we're in talks with, and hopefully we can get their future sorted.
Hi Ole, everybody around here says that the club has changed almost overnight since you arrived. What do you put that down to? What have you done?
What I've done, what we've done, the club's done, but I've come in, tried to, because it's about putting a smile on people's faces, whether you do it by winning games, or you go and speak to them, or you have meetings. It's about creating an environment that everyone wants to be part of, working in, feeling that they can be their best self. I just want to be the best Ole. That's the only promise I can give. But that's giving everyone at the club a responsibility and a freedom to be the best themselves as well, if you know what I mean. Even if, of course, when you win games, staff will be happy, supporters will be happy as well, and players will be happy. So, but we were lucky and we were good, and we won the first few games. That helped.
And now you've got the job full time. Do you feel under more pressure now? It's you.
It's still not just me. I've said it all along. We do this as a team. We do it together. The staff I've had working with me has been fantastic. I've had some great backing from the owners, from Ed. We keep talking regularly, which is important. Communication is important. When you work with human beings, it's so important. And players have been great. The staff at Carrington, they've been great. Over here, it's been fantastic. So, and the supporters, they've made these 3 months for me just unbelievable. But now it's us together to keep moving forward, keep making progress, because as I said before, we know there's room for improvement, and we have to, because we're too far behind where we want to be.